I think you're going to have a little more insight as to what these teams have been playing so far. I believe you've casted these teams already. I have not, so...
Expect for Aatrox to get banned from the side of Target Shopping Carts to get it off of that guy who had an absolutely outstanding performance on it earlier today. Rengar picked off from the side of Trigger Happy. They're trying to protect their squishies. That's entirely understandable. Tristana is the first ban from Target Shopping Carts. It's a bit of a surprise, but I can dig it. MF picked off by Trigger Happy. I'm kind of surprised they're taking away somebody who uses a gun, given their name, but hey, you know, I'm not going to question it. Yasuo banned off. That's also targeted at that guy. That's kind of his pocket pick up there in top lane, so they're just going to straight up deny him that option. Darius ban. We saw this earlier today from the team, or from Team Trigger Happy. Just don't want to go up against the matchup. It's beefy, it's scary, it's rude. Yeah, get rid of it. Renekton picked off, which I find odd. I definitely would have picked off Aatrox off of that guy. His performance earlier today was disgustingly resilient.
Interesting. First pick Fiddlesticks. With the way you were building up Aatrox, I was kind of figuring we'd see the first pick Aatrox, but it looks like Fiddlesticks. The priority for... Excuse me.
Team Trigger Happy. Yeah, that honestly surprises me as well. That being said, that guy told me earlier today that he is really deep in his champion pool, and he may be looking to stretch his legs with something else. Riven and Rek'Sai picked up for the side of Team Target Shopping Carts. Renekton allows for pretty solid ganks and good potential. Riven is just beefy and lame. There's the Aatrox picked up. Like I said earlier, that was probably going to happen. Tark picked up for Savate here. You can really play around with that. The ult giving invulnerability to somebody helps your impressive players to be even more impressive.
I don't like the Taric being picked here, because now you're almost certainly going to draw bans toward the ADC. I would presume we're going to see a Kalista ban to take away the Kalista Taric combo in the bottom lane. We'll see what ends up getting. Well, Zig's getting banned, so possibly a mid laner getting taken out. So Sad Girl's getting a little more sad. Their champion pool possibly being pinched here.
It's a possibility. Of note, Victor was picked as the mid laner here, which leads to some curious options. We've seen some pretty impressive Victor play coming out of the ALS before, so we'll see if that tradition continues.
Well, both teams have yet to pick their bot laner, so I'm expecting 3, if not 4, of these bans to be targeted specific to the ADC position.
Your commands tire me.
But it
as the Veigar is banned off.
Well, Veigar, I've seen Veigar support, but with a Taric already picked, interesting banning strategy from both sides here. You almost have to pick Kalista here for the side of Target Shopping Carts, otherwise you're giving over Kalista Taric, and that's not something I want to do. But it looks like they're going to pick a set in the support role.
Oh, this is going to be that Tark Zillion bot lane that we saw earlier today.
Ay.
This is literally the exact same team comp they had earlier. This is great. They just ran back their draft.
Well, if it worked earlier in the day, hopefully lightning strikes in the same place twice. For the side of Team Trigger Happy, Ezreal's set in the bot lane, it looks like. So we'll have a battle to see who's the better Riven or Aatrox. Both champions with fairly similar kits in the top lane.
Well, I'm gonna have to put my mouth where my money is and say that I have a lot of respect for that guy's Aatrox. It put on quite a showing earlier on, and he is on a tear. So we'll have to see how the performance goes.
Fair enough. So we've got Rek'Sai against Fiddlesticks in the jungle. I'm not entirely sold on Fiddlesticks in the jungle, but we might see a little bit of unfamiliarity with the rework on Fiddlesticks work to the side of Trigger Happy's advantage. You don't know what to do when you see the Fiddlesticks coming at you ever since the rework, but I like the dive comp that we've got here from Diana.
Zillion with the Zillion and the Tark backing it up, absolutely fantastic. Plus, you can always ult in Fiddlesticks, and then just protect the Fiddle. And that guy is just literally a walking tank on that Aatrox. I like this team comp. I questioned it earlier today, and I ate my words. So this time, I'm gonna definitely say that I've got some hope for this. That being said, Target Shopping Carts was an interesting team in our series. They kind of picked themselves together in the middle of the season, and turned what was the worst team in the series into one of the best. Unfortunately, their bracket or their record beforehand was too bad to salvage, but they really put a damper on things. They were the only team to ever beat Team Iron Dragon during the series.
That's an interesting note. I'm actually going to look forward to that match. It'll either be the next match or our final match in the round robin between those two teams.
It will be the next match, I believe.
Oh yeah, getting confirmation that it is the next match. So Team Target Shopping Cart's going to stay on no matter what happens in this game to play Team Iron Dragon in the next game. And we'll follow it up with Team Trigger Happy taking on Iron Dragon in the final match to see who will move on into the finals. But with things as they are.
But I am looking forward to this game. Last time it was quite full of bloodshed and violence, so we can only hope that this game will continue that tradition, seeing as Trigger Happy just ran back their draft as it was. We'll see if Target Shopping Carts has better answers to what they saw earlier.
Well, I am not thrilled about the Victor or the Ezreal in this draft. Maybe they have a little bit more familiarity with the champions as opposed to, say, a Syndra or anything that I would consider a much more powerful, more traditional ADC. Kalista, Kai'Sa, that I would personally rate over an Ezreal in the bot lane and would be more aggressive to match the set. I think the set and the Ezreal, not a great synergistic combo between the two, as we're going into the loading screen now to start up the first game of our round robin session.
Yeah, of note, that is quite interesting to have support set. It could just be kind of a reaction to this other odd bot lane combo. We'll have to see how it performs. There's a lot of disengage in the Tark Zillion kit, so it would be interesting one way or the other.
It's not the disengage that I'm concerned about. It's the engage from the Taric. Once he hits level 6, you've got the potential of having a Fiddlesticks jumping in and having a Zillion ult, Taric ult, Stopwatch and or Zanya's Hourglass, potentially on multiple members of Trigger Happy.
Well, at the end of the day, this is League of Legends, and that means that it comes down to performance, not the draft. We'll have to see how our players make this play out as we load into the Rift. This is going to be a show. I don't know if it's going to be a shit show, but it's going to be a show.
Well, we'll see soon enough. Here we go. Looks like 5 seconds in, we've got our competitors loaded onto the Rift. So we'll see if we have any kind of cheeky engages in the jungle.
Give me an invade. Give me an invade. Please give me an invade. They know I love it.
Well, it looks like 5 point coming in from the side of Target shopping carts. Well, it looked like a 5 point, but now a 2 point. Taric getting a little bold. Got a ward down. So looks like Jungler getting spotted out for the side of Trigger Happy. So they'll have a little information as to Rek'Sai potentially starting on the top side or the bottom side. We'll see soon enough. But
yeah, Rek'Sai should be starting top side here.
And this is information that Trigger Happy will have. The ward looks to be providing vision over the blue golem. So
Diana going so far as to get a ward in the Raptor Pit, that could be very valuable information there.
yeah, I'd like that ward a lot as well. So a little bit of an early advantage for Trigger Happy, getting the information on where the enemy jungler either is or is not, as Rek'Sai moves up from red buff over to the Krugs. So it looks like we already have a bit of an engage in the top lane. Aatrox trying to establish dominance in the top lane.
Yeah, this is pretty prototypical of that guy. He tends to play aggressive to put on a good performance. That being said, he's eating a lot of damage here. He's not making this an easy job for him. More training going out, but in the end of the day, nothing coming of it just yet. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though. Meanwhile, mid lane have an early gank. A kid coming in behind wants to get some solid damage, but Sad Girl's getting out of here. Not scot-free. That kill is picked up as flashes are burned.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Sad Girls had in mind. Pretty sure the ward had spotted Rek'Sai out when they went to clear the Raptors. It may have expired, which is unfortunate. So Sad Girl's losing track of where Rek'Sai was and paying for it. First blood over to the side of Target shopping cart.
Yeah. Going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Well, you can't spell interesting without in, so we'll see if they can avoid the hard int here.
I don't imagine it being too difficult of a proposition.
Well, Makey's kind of overstaying their welcome in the top lane. I think too low to really fight with Aatrox right now. So a back, hopefully pick up little bit more of an itemization. Looks like Riven calling the Doran's Blade and Longsword and raising a rejuvenation bead and a healing potion.
Sad Girl's fighting the pink ward here. Gonna clear it. No one's really gonna answer. Kid's kind of taking the less aggressive, less hardcore ganky route through his own jungle, which I can respect.
Looks like a little bit of respect coming through from both sides. Not as bloodthirsty as I think you were expecting. Unfortunately, I had no real expectation coming into this game. But Aatrox actually down about half a wave in the top lane. Rek'Sai getting spotted out on a ward, so Aatrox backing off.
Being smart about his wards here and making sure to maintain vision.
And so Makey and that guy both about half health in the top lane. Is that really seems to be the lane where most of our action is right now. Just seems to be a complete farm it out fest as Cryptid and Savage are moving in to invade and get some vision in on. Ooh.
Oh, there was a kill that I completely missed.
Yeah, that guy just kind of dove on Makey and comboed her out. I think they both just kind of went, all right. Kind of like a hockey match. You just kind of drop the gloves and go for it. And next thing you know, somebody's getting sent to the penalty box.
Well, the penalty box happens to be the respawn here, as Light comes in on the backside, just going to skirt it, not initiate the fight down their bot lane.
Well, unfortunately, he's only level 4, so no ultimate. I think...
Meanwhile, a kid doing a return gank up here in mid lane. Witchblades is here this time, though, and this could very quickly turn against him. Yep, that's a dead Rek'Sai, as Cryptid's going to burn his TP to get up here, too. Just kind of guaranteeing the kill happens.
Well, I think they're taking the kill and trying to claim a little bonus gift as well. The Infernal Drake spawning a little while ago.
This is going to be a quick and easy kill or drag kill for Trigger Happy, so good picks, good maneuvering. This is what we want to see out of this game.
Yeah, so 2 isolated kills. Well, I guess not entirely isolated. Makey, just getting out of there with a flash before that guy taking Riven down again. So Rek'Sai's going to have to get up there and help Riven out so they can recall.
That guy needs to be careful here. He's going to want to dive this. He's going to get the kill. A kid coming in anyway. This feels bold. I don't think that a kid can actually manage to land this. That guy's going to do a lot of damage here.
Ooh, just missing the last part of that. But yeah, Makey overstaying their welcome. Needed to just kind of back off there.
Felt a little bit too comfortable with having his jungler there, and ends up paying the price for it.
Yeah, you kind of get debated when you're, you know your jungler's coming and you just kind of overstay your welcome. So unfortunately, that guy picking up a second kill and extending that lead in the top lane to about 700 gold. And at least the side of target shopping carts has slight advantages elsewhere in the map, especially in the mid lane. Victor doing a heck of a lot of work here against the Diana so far.
Victor is trying. That guy going in onto Makey again. This doesn't look so good for our hero. Silence goes down into the fear. Meanwhile, Sad Girl's down and dead again mid lane. They are really focusing on that mid lane matchup.
Yeah, for as bad as Riven's getting it in that top lane, Bad Girls is getting it in the mid lane. Just all kinds of trouble for both laners on the respective sides. But Aatrox is going to do a good bit of damage here to that top turret. Looks like 2 plates before Makey's going to be able to return to the lane. I think Makey's going to have to sit back a little bit. Ooh, Savage not quite able to discourage Rek'Sai from a red side steal. So 4-2 in kills so far, but just a 200 gold advantage to the side of Trigger Happy. I think Riven's a little too far forward in this lane, especially being 2 if not 3 levels down to that guy.
More damage going through. Makey taking a lot here just to try to CS. Things are not looking good topside.
No, not at all.
That being said, if Witchblades doesn't start paying a little bit more attention mid lane, this could easily slide in the opposite direction.
Well, a kid is going to be the more impactful jungler in a general sense. I'm not too thrilled about Fiddlesticks' ganking potential. I think he's just an inferior Zac in the way of Zac having that very disruptive elastic slingshot. Or elastic slingshot, excuse me. Makey again just too far out of the way. You got to keep your distance against the Aatrox at this point, being, as far down as Makey is at this point. Aatrox could set up an effective lane freeze. It just about take Makey out of this game entirely, but he seems to be wanting to hard push this lane, and I don't think he should be pushing this lane right now.
I think there's a counter argument where he wants to clear out top lane as fast as possible so that he can better impact the rest of the board.
Well, you do that. That's why you set up the freeze. If you get Makey to the point where they can't even get any experience, you'd have a 25 CS lead like they do right now, if not more, but Makey would be getting frozen out of experience. They'd probably be level 7 or so. But I can't complain. That guy definitely doing some work. I believe a little more than 1 plate remaining on that top turret.
And I guess that's also part of that other counter argument, is he wants his plates. That's extra gold in the pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a dragon play, so looks like a dragon. Ooh, not quite stolen.
Ezreal just a little bit early. This fight's a little bit sloppy. Everything's going kind of wonky. I is in real danger here. It's going to end up falling, but Makey's here and getting some damage in. It's not an Aatrox here. It's going to hurt a little bit more. A kid is about to fall to that guy on the Aatrox, looking to get plenty of kills on the return here. That guy coming in for the Ez having to flash up, and the flash in return into a nice jump for that guy who's chasing down this Victor. He wants this kill, and he's going to get it. Meanwhile, Makey finally getting another kill.
I think, out of that extended bloodbath, I think it was 4 for 3 on the side of Target shopping carts.
Yeah, Target shopping carts eating a lot of deaths there, that guy picking up 3 on his own, basically, with his, albeit a little bit late TP.
Well, they kind of won the battle and they won the war. They got the Cloud Drake, so it looks like we're going to have a Mountain Soul again this game. But, they won the team fight, although, like you said, it was a little sloppy. The Cosmic Radiance, not entirely as effective as I think Savage was hoping for. But we see a little bit of a lane swap going on here. So a Rift Herald take on the side of Trigger Happy.
Yeah, Trigger Happy playing the board quite well, wanting to, really control the map. Oh, Fear goes down on the Victor. Princess in some real danger, but the stun goes down too. Witchblade's having the Zonias to stay alive. Ribbon picking up another kill here. Kid looking low, but isn't going to matter. Meanwhile, down bot lane, that guy is going to go for the double kill by himself. This team needs to really play around that guy a little bit more. Because they're losing team fights without him.
Yeah, that's the pros and the cons of having that split pusher. It looks like Savage about to fall.
Yeah.
Gonna have a zillion ult at least. But the problem is we're kind of letting Makey back into the game. Picking up a couple kills and now working on that top turret. So that guy's probably going to have to head back up to the top lane and keep Makey in check. So we'll have a little bit of normalcy restored to the laning phases here. I believe it is Fiddle with the Rift Herald, so we'll see where he ends up using it. I don't think I'd want to see it in the top lane. I'd like to see it in the mid lane.
You want to drop it mid lane or bot lane. Kind of freeing up this odd combo of Savape and Cryptid would allow them to do a little bit more map nonsense.
So the reason why I don't think you want to put the Herald bot lane is I don't think you have enough pushing power without having
meanwhile top lane, we'll go back to this in a second. That guy just casually 1v2ing Rek'Sai and Riven.
Yeah, and that said, we do have a Rift Herald being played in the bottom lane. And it looks like they're going to get that turret, so top and bottom outer turrets about to fall for the side of Target shopping carts. Ooh, Riven just getting out of there before the Infernal Chains land.
So unfortunate. Shelly getting the double charge here is pretty good.
Set actually kind of messed up and pulled Shelly into turret charging range. If he would have left Shelly alone, she would have taken enough damage that that charge never would have come. So an unfortunate mistake from Like on the set.
Yeah. But this leaves Team Trigger Happy to a free dragon, essentially. As long as they can get it killed fast enough, this should be fine.
Well, the best you're going to hope for is like a kind of hero Rek'Sai just kind of going in suicide mission. And I don't think we can afford to have that happen. So we're looking at a 24-minute soul point on a Mountain Soul as Victor getting stunned up by Taric.
Yeah, Fear goes down. That's a dead Victor. That's shutdown gold. Meanwhile, that guy getting his 1v1 versus Whitmakey again, super unfortunate. That's going to be a dead ribbon here. And, oh, never mind. There's a good juke, and he manages to get out.
Yeah, that was actually well played by Makey, knowing the mechanics of ribbon to avoid that guy who both top laners blowing their ults. But unfortunately, we have the mid tower under siege, so it looks like all of the outer turrets going to be taken down.
That guy might get caught into a... Never mind, he's going to skirt his way out.
Now, I think there's like that understanding that Aatrox is not going to be easily taken down, but it looks like Victor claiming the first turret for target shopping carts in the mid lane. So the map.
Meanwhile, top lane having a bit of a kerfuffle. Savate pretty low here, but it's not going to matter. That guy, his team stalled long enough for him to get involved in this fight, and he is just going to come and eat bodies.
Yeah, the Cosmic Radiance being burned, so Makey may actually be able to make it out of this.
That guy in a really bad spot. Zillion goes down, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to try, though. Almost. Flash has to be burned to get out. Oh, what a shutdown. Meanwhile, Sad Girl's coming in, looking to clean up the mess that guy made of the enemy team, but Sad Girl's eventually going to fall, caught in an awkward position, rocking a hard place, and a boxer.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward trade there. Savape getting caught out. Used the Cosmic Radiance, bought the time for that guy to make it over there, but I believe 2 for 1 to the advantage of target shopping carts, getting a 1,000 gold shutdown on that guy. So the gold lead actually over to the side of target shopping carts right now.
Throughout the game, the gold lead has actually been pretty close, if not tilted slightly towards target shopping carts. Despite the earlier kill differences, target shopping carts maintaining a pretty strong hold on resources. That being said, there's a very real risk of losing the soul here in just a second, so we'll have to see how they play around drag when it spawns.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to want to allow this dragon to be taken. Getting a 23-minute mountain soul leading into an elder dragon is not what you want to see if you're target shopping carts. Aatrox trying to 1v9 here.
You really can't do that. Once you're ahead, you can't make silly choices that make you an easy target.
Cosmic Radiance going down. A stun on to the set.
Lots of ults popped. Oh, that was a very big ultimate from set.
Oh, Zillion ult going to be taken down here. So about 30 seconds for that mountain dragon to spawn.
That's super unfortunate.
And Trigger Happy losing 4 members. So Ribbon taking a turret in the top lane. Looks like the mid lane turret falling as well. Possibly, no, gonna leave the minions at the inner turret. So looks like the focus just going to be on delaying the Mountain Soul for the side of target shopping carts.
Yeah, drag picked up 4 target shopping carts, but I don't know. This game's really in flux. It's hard to tell which team's winning at any given moment. Target Shopping Cart's definitely hanging in there, going from what I would consider a losing position earlier to seeming to be in a position of power now. But
Well-
who knows what 30 seconds will bring.
Yeah, very true. If that guy sticks with his team and doesn't just kind of get picked off, I think that last fight that ended up in the Dragon being conceded over to Target Shopping Carts is a completely different animal. So maybe it's just a 5-minute reprieve for the side of Target Shopping Carts. We'll see. Little death brush being set up here.
So Ian, putting in the effort to res himself here after being caught by the Victor. Princess Miko's putting on quite a performance with this Victor, continuing the tradition of the ALS of strong Victor players.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed by this Victor. He's getting close to the point where he's going to be 100 CS ahead of the Diana. 230 to 134 at this point. So that is a lot of where this 4,000 gold lead for the side of Target Shopping Carts is from. You know, the eye test, I'm looking at this game, I'm going, all right, Blue Side should be winning this game. That guy completely dominating Makey in the top lane, but completely unbeknownst to me, Princess Mako, doing just as much work in that mid lane.
So much work, in fact, they are up 4,000 gold.
Yeah. So Ezreal with 2 kills in the bot lane. So Ezreal with a Triforce. Victor, Lichbane, Liandry's. Already, I believe, 3 items in. Riven has Trinity Force Death Dance. So
Both
we have
teams flirting around each other. Sad Girl's getting popped here very aggressively. Will fall, but Witchblades gets super aggressive onto the side of Target Shopping Carts, getting a kill of his own, followed by that guy. Finally shaping up as a team, going in onto the Ez misses the arcane shift, goofs it up a little bit, has to flash out. Now it's a 2v1. That guy trying to 2v1 versus Makey and Ez with Vanessa. Ult goes down onto him, keeping him alive. This fight is swinging left, right, and center. Makey's now caught out. He's the one in trouble, taking a ton of damage. That guy actually healing off of him. Oh, that was everywhere. But that was what we needed to see.
Yeah, if you're the side of Trigger Happy, that's exactly what you need. Pull the trigger on that fight. Get a 4 for none, it looks like, as all of the members of Trigger Happy are alive. Diana...
Trigger Happy really showing that, like, with the name change, they've also fixed a lot of the mistakes they had as Martin Cabela Fan Club. So, glad to see that they have learned and improved in the off-season, and we're looking forward to see how much further they can evolve. Here's a fight going back in. I like is in a bad position. Ults go down, keeping everyone alive. But lots happened, but very little resulted in it. Oh, Princess Miko coming in, wants to make something happen. That guy in a bad position, caught out by the stun. He's going to get some knockups. His team's super low. They don't want to lose Baron buff. That guy getting ulted by the Zillion to stay alive.
He may just have to, give himself up to let everybody else get out of there, but it looks like Target Shopping Carts deciding to withdraw and unfortunately not able to stop the backs, so we've got
that signal was on point. Cryptid putting on quite the show here as both teams start to focus on the drag pit. They need to get on there quick, though. Witchblades, you need to ult in, probably. Never mind, they're back on both sides.
They've got to back off here. The Baron buff is going to push target shopping carts out off this Drake. This is going to be a
coming on the
mistake to take
backside.
this fight.
This fight is everywhere, and Soul goes to Team Trigger Happy as that guy starts to devour the back line of target shopping carts.
Yeah, Trigger Happy needs to just run it up mid at this point. They've got Baron, they've got the Soul. They need to just pick up a wave. Oh, all right. So bot lane
it is.
Yeah, I just looked at the map. I'm like, oh, how convenient. The bot lane wave is right there on the inhibitor turret, just about. So they're gonna, shepherd this minion wave in. They've got about a minute left on the Baron power play. And we're going to see at least an inhibitor taken, if not more.
Meanwhile, that guy just standing on a turret, putting in work, wants to fight everything and everyone. I don't think this fight's super favorable into the nexus of the enemy. But they are going to drag it out. Makey's getting low here, but isn't going to die just yet. Cryptid also low, trying to get some stuns off before he expires. That guy finally goes down. This fight was not favorable. This was greed in form and function.
Yeah, they forgot to pop the inhibitor before diving into the Nexus turrets. So a big mistake, putting the cart before the horse. And I think this counterattack on that 5-for-1 ace might end up with a middle inhibitor being popped on the side of Trigger Happy. It's almost certainly going to be at least the turret.
Yeah, only Sad Girl's here to defend. This looks rather unfortunate. Witchblade's coming up on the Fiddlesticks now, but this middle inhib is gone.
Yeah, so Baron falling by the wayside, still about 2,500 gold advantage for the side of target shopping carts. The one thing you can't quantify in gold, though, is that Trigger Happy does have the Mountain Soul. So the defensive buff being provided has to count for something. And we're looking at 2 minutes for Baron and about 3.5 for an Elder Dragon. So this game shouldn't take too much longer. One way or another, we're looking at a point where one team fight should just about decide who gets the next Baron, probably the next Elder, and just run it into the enemy base.
Absolutely, things coming to a head. 3 members of Team Trigger Happy up top. Makey going with a hard engage, getting stunned for the effort into a double stun. Teams duking it out, but not quite over yet. Witchblade's coming with a strong ult into the backline, but he's going to expire. This fight is all over the place. Rek'Sai allowed to just do what he wants, but that guy is here now, and that guy is big.
Vanessa had a beautiful snipe to take down, I believe it was Witchblade. But set on base defense duty, so what should have been a 4v5 is going horribly wrong for Trigger Happy.
That guy is about to fall here and will eventually fall. Things are not looking good for Team Trigger Happy as one by one they fall down.
Oh, what a shame. Another kind of botched team fight. It looks like Riven actually just going for the end, teleporting into the base. So forget Baron in 30 seconds. We've got Bad Girls and Witchblades against Makey in the base of Trigger Happy.
That was a bit ambitious, and he will fall for that. Witchblade's also picking up the soft kill onto the Rex side. as Fiddlesticks, trying to clear out these waves, but he needs his team here. He pops ult, trying to get into the Zonius, just staying alive as long as possible. Got to stall this game, trying to get some action out as they spawn in one by one, but it's not quite enough, and the Nexus will pop.
Wow. So making the kind of hero play to just kind of get in there, disrupt the side of Trigger Happy, and target shopping carts going to take down the Nexus and a 1-0 advantage over Trigger Happy as we go into the next game of our round robin.
Yeah, that was rather unfortunate. It's not often that you see the team that wins Dragon Soul lose the game.
No, that was just an unfortunate turn of events for Trigger Happy. That guy was absolutely dominant in the top lane, but you look at the rest of the team, Fiddlesticks 3-7, Diana 5-10, the bottom lane 2-8 combined, and it kind of makes me go, ugh. That one good performance by that guy kind of getting ruined by the superior team play from the side of Target Shopping Cart.
Emphasis on the team play as that Victor doing some incredible damage that game. Almost 50,000, doubling everybody else on his team. Definitely throwing a show, beating out that guy's damage also by another 15,000. That's not insubstantial in the least. Both sides trying hard, and it was a close game all the way up to the end. I wasn't sure who was going to win, and as a betting man, I definitely would not have felt comfortable betting for either team that game. As the audience is sure to know, Takazakuro normally doesn't get so waffly, but this was just quite a show.
Yeah, the eye test, like I said before, the eye test was telling me that Trigger Happy should win this game as I'm watching this game develop. And Target Shopping Carts just kind of hanging around. And next thing you know, this Victor is just absolutely massive. And Makey finally got away from that guy for a little bit of time, and that was all Riven needed to get back into the match. So you had Princess Miko and Makey just running wild on the side of Target Shopping Carts.
Yeah, that guy still managing to stay positive throughout the game. Commemorations to him as his team slowly kind of slipped into this loss. But just Princess Miko, well done.
Yeah, far and away, if we were to give an MVP to someone in this game, it would definitely be Princess Miko. I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah, the early ganks from a kid to put her or them ahead really just set the tone for that game and allowed that in game to happen. So props to them. And on that note, I think we'll take a short break as we get set up for the next game.
Yeah, so we'll see
Which
Target
we-
Shopping Carts stay on, and I believe they will take on Iron Dragons in our next match.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be quite the performance as Iron Dragons is our ALS Season 1 champions. It'll be nice to be able to cast them. I missed their earlier game, unfortunately, but I am happy to shout out to all my good friends on that team. And I wish both teams the best of luck as we will get things organized and set up. And on that note, we will cut to break.